Now to a Target 12 Investigators exclusive tracking the mayor's travels.
We reviewed 3 years of records and discovered Providence Mayor Jorge Elorza has been on 59 trips, putting him out of the state for 148 days since he took office.
Tonight, the mayor defends his jet-setting schedule, saying the city has benefited from his frequent flying.
Target 12 investigator Tim White is here now with the exclusive details.
We wanted to put Mayor Elorza's travel into perspective, so we obtained records from other city chief executives in New England, and we discovered Mayor Elorza traveled more than even the mayor of Boston. January 15th, a gunman opens fire at Providence Place Mall, stunning the city. Reporters seek out Mayor Jorge Elorza for comment, only to discover he's returning from 2,000 miles away. Records show he was at a fellowship seminar in Aspen, Colorado. 3 weeks later, after a spike in shootings, police leaders hold a news conference. Elorza is absent, returning from the U.S. Conference of Mayors winter meeting in Washington. Then, a storm, March 13th, brings blizzard-like conditions to Providence.
The mayor is actually out of town right now. He had a conference down in Austin, Texas.
Eventually
I was here.
That. You were not here. You got here that night.
I got here at 4:30. That's not nighttime.
There was a press
conference. I got here in the middle of the storm.
Reporters met up with him that night.
Found a way to get here.
Elorza says he flew from Texas to Chicago to New York, then drove through the storm to Providence.
The truth is that if I'm in my office in Providence, I'll be on my phones with my directors. I could be anywhere in the world on the phone with my directors.
This map shows all of the out-of-state trips Elorza has been on since he took office in January 2015. 59 of them, totaling 148 days, or nearly 5 months. Among his destinations, San Francisco, New Orleans, Nashville, Puerto Rico, and 3 times to Miami Beach. He also flew internationally to Guatemala, China, and Europe. London and Paris. What did the people of Providence get out of the trips to those cities?
Not sure where you're getting your facts from, but I've actually personally never been to Paris.
We got our facts from the mayor's office. A spokesperson later corrected the records they supplied, saying the trip to Paris was actually to London, his second trip to London.
The legislature authorized.
Compare that to Governor Gina Raimondo, who took office the same month as Elorza, but has never left the country, or Boston Mayor Marty Walsh, who's taken just 30 out-of-state trips since 2015. And records for the mayor of Springfield show just 1 overnight trip. Do you think you are out of balance with other mayors across the country?
I think everyone should balance this as works best for them. One of the most important things is always looking to see what other cities and other mayors are doing and bring those ideas back to the state.
The mayor says he also advocates for city interests in Washington and works to boost economic development.
As the mayor, I'm the cheerleader in chief. So I need to reach out, to everyone who will listen, let them know everything that's great about our city.
City officials were unable to provide exact figures on how much taxpayers have spent on his travels, but Mayor Elorza says most are paid with private money, including Bloomberg Philanthropies and a city-controlled nonprofit that takes donations. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Tim. Our investigation tracking the mayor's travels continues, new at 6.
It's not just the mayor going on these trips. Our records request shows he often takes City Hall staffers with him. Thank you, Steph. New details in a Target 12 investigators exclusive tracking the mayor's travels.
We reviewed 3 years of records and found Providence Mayor Jorge Elorza has been on 59 trips, putting him out of state for 148 days since he took office.
As we reported at 5, Elorza has traveled much more than even the mayor of Boston.
And new at 6, our records request shows it's often not just the mayor who's hopping on flights, sometimes brings along his staff. Target 12 investigator Tim White has the exclusive details.
Of the 59 trips Mayor Elorza took, some destinations were reached by train or car, but the majority of them, 35, required a boarding pass. After some notable absences from major events impacting the city, including a powerful March nor'easter.
The mayor is actually out of town right now. He had a conference down in Austin, Texas.
Eventually
I was here.
You were not here. You got here that night.
I got here at 4:30. That's not nighttime.
There was a press
I got
conference
here in the middle of the storm.
Target 12 requested the travel records of Mayor Jorge Elorza. This map shows all of the out-of-state trips Elorza has been on since he took office in January 2015. 59 of them totaling 148 days or nearly 5 months. Among his destinations, San Francisco, New Orleans, Nashville, Puerto Rico, and 3 times to Miami Beach. He also flew internationally to Guatemala, China, and twice to Europe.
You know, you don't want a mayor that never leaves the city and doesn't have any perspective of, ideas and resources and things that you can do going on in the other parts of the country.
2017 was a particularly busy travel year for the mayor, going on 25 out-of-state trips for a total of 59 days. What was it about that year that made you such a jet setter?
I think I got involved in a lot of different things. Like, for example, so I've taken a leadership role in the United States Conference of Mayors.
Records show City Hall staffers also hit the road, sometimes joining the mayor on international trips. In all, 18 staffers went on 103 trips.
What I always do when I travel is I try to learn as much about what's happening in other cities and bring those ideas to make our city better.
The mayor says when emergencies hit and he is out of town, he works hard to rush back, but he always has a plan in place. You wouldn't have to make these contingency plans if you weren't out of state so much.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. The truth is that if I'm in my office in Providence, I'll be on my phones with my directors. I could be anywhere in the world on the phone with my directors.
As we reported at 5 o'clock, city officials were unable to pinpoint exactly how much taxpayers spent on the mayor's travels, but Elorza says most are paid with private money, including Bloomberg Philanthropies and a city-controlled nonprofit that takes donations. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.